Discipline is often misunderstood. People see it as restriction, as something that limits freedom or kills joy. But discipline is actually the highest form of self respect. It's choosing yourself not once, but every single day. It's looking your distractions in the face and saying, my future matters more. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent, even when it's inconvenient, especially when it's inconvenient. When you waste time, you're telling yourself that your goals can wait, that your purpose isn't urgent, but discipline refuses to let you believe that lie. Discipline reminds you that showing up matters, that doing the hard thing now creates the beautiful life later. It's a love letter to the person you're becoming. Because every sacrifice you make today, the early mornings, the late nights, the hard choices, builds a foundation your future self will thank you for. The world is filled with talented people who never made it, not because they weren't good enough, but because they lacked discipline. They let comfort lead, they let moods decide their actions. But you're here because you want more. And more doesn't come from wishing, it comes from working, from showing up, even when the motivation fades. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. So choose discipline, not because it's easy, but because your purpose deserves to be protected and your time deserves to be used for something greater than excuses. You are limitless. That's not just a beautiful idea, it's the truth. But the tragedy is many people never experience their own power because they waste the one thing that could unlock it, time. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to the life that could have been. Every moment spent doubting, delaying, or pleasing the wrong people is a moment stolen from your greatness. You weren't born to blend in. There is something extraordinary inside you waiting to be activated, but it requires your time, it requires your attention, it requires your belief. Wasting time isn't just about watching hours disappear, it's about watching your potential slowly shrink because you didn't take yourself seriously enough. You have gifts the world hasn't seen yet, ideas that could move people, strengths that could lead change, but they need space to grow. They need your time, your discipline, your energy. If you don't give that to yourself, no one else will. The world won't stop you from wasting your time. It will distract you, tempt you, even reward your comfort. But that voice inside you, the one whispering that you're meant for more, that voice is right. You are not here to settle. You are not here to be half of what you could be. You are limitless, but that potential means nothing if you keep letting time slip away. Use it, protect it, pour it into becoming the boldest version of who you are. Because the life you want is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Focus isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. It's the decision to silence the noise and give your energy to what actually feeds your purpose. And that kind of focus, it's powerful, it's liberating. It frees you from the chaos of trying to be everywhere, do everything, please everyone. It brings you back to center, to what truly deserves your time. Most people waste their days not because they're lazy, but because they're scattered, pulled in 1,000 directions by distractions, opinions, expectations. But when you focus, you reclaim your power, you take back control of your time, your thoughts, your vision. You start showing up for the things that build you instead of breaking yourself trying to be everything for everyone. Focus allows you to grow faster, think clearer, and move with purpose. It clears the path between where you are and where you want to be. It's not just about productivity, it's about alignment. When you focus, you stop entertaining things that don't serve your higher self. You begin to understand that not everything deserves a reaction, a response, or your attention. You become intentional. And intention is what turns time into transformation. It's what makes the difference between existing and evolving. You don't have time to be distracted by things that don't matter. You're not here to live a diluted version of your life. You're here to live it fully, focused, present, and aligned with what sets your soul on fire. Postponing your dreams feels harmless at first. You tell yourself, not now, maybe later. You think you need more time, more confidence, more clarity. But the truth is, Postponing is the most elegant form of self sabotage. It's disguised as patience, but it's really fear in costume, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. And while you're waiting for the perfect moment, life keeps moving. Opportunities don't wait, time doesn't pause, and dreams don't chase you back. The more you delay, the more distant your purpose becomes. You start convincing yourself that it's okay to settle, to shrink, to play safe, but deep down, something in you aches. That ache, it's your potential screaming to be used. Every time you say someday, you risk turning that fire inside you into a fading memory. And one day you'll look back and realize you weren't out of time, you just didn't use it when it mattered most. You don't need to feel ready. You need to get started. Action creates clarity. Motion builds momentum. There will never be a perfect day, a perfect version of you, or a perfect plan. What you have right now is more than enough to begin. Stop postponing the life that only you can live. Because waiting doesn't protect your dream, it slowly kills it, and your time is far too valuable to be spent in hesitation. Every hour of your life is a seed. You can either plant it in something that will grow or throw it away, hoping time will somehow fix everything. But time doesn't work like that. It doesn't build your dreams for you. It doesn't hand you confidence or clarity or success. It gives you opportunity. But what you do with it is on you. And every choice you make, every hour you spend, is shaping the life you'll either celebrate or regret. You can't keep waiting for some magical day when everything aligns. That day is a myth. The truth is, your potential is being shaped right now by how you speak to yourself, by what you choose to focus on, by the effort you're willing to give, even when no one's watching. Wasted time is not neutral. It's not just taking a break, it's a silent agreement to stay where you are instead of grow into who you could be. And it's not about being busy all the time. It's about being intentional. It's about making sure your energy, your thoughts, your actions are aligned with the future you say you want. You can't plant nothing and expect something. You can't waste your hours and hope life rewards you for existing. Life rewards action. It rewards courage. It rewards those who value time enough to use it as a tool, not treat it like a toy. So ask yourself, are you building your future or just surviving your present? Because every hour counts, and how you spend it is either building you or quietly burying everything you're capable of becoming. You weren't made to play small. You weren't born just to exist, go through the motions, and blend into the background. There is a reason you're here, a unique fire that only you carry, but that fire needs fuel, and wasting time puts it out. When you live without intention, when you allow distractions and fear to guide your decisions, you fall into a life that looks nothing like the one you were meant to live. There is something inside you that's meant to break cycles, to challenge the status quo, to build something new. You are not just a continuation of your past, you are the disruption, you are the evolution. But you can't live that truth if you keep wasting your time trying to be like everyone else. You weren't made for neutral. You were made to drive change, to influence, to rise higher than the limits you were handed. That takes effort, that takes vision, but most of all, that takes time. Time used wisely. You don't get to rewrite your story by staying where it's comfortable. You don't break generational patterns by waiting for the right moment. You do it by refusing to let your days pass by without purpose. You do it by waking up with a mindset that says, I am not here to repeat history. I'm here to make it. Your time is your tool. And when you use it to grow, to build, to heal, to lead, you become unstoppable. Comfort is seductive. It whispers to you, telling you to slow down, to stay where it feels safe, to avoid the discomfort of change. But what it doesn't tell you is that staying comfortable often means staying stuck. It doesn't warn you that your dreams will start to suffocate in the space between who you are and who you're meant to be. Comfort may feel good in the moment, but long term it costs you everything: your growth, your potential, your passion. Most people waste their time not because they're lazy, but because they've gotten too comfortable in a job that doesn't challenge them, comfortable in relationships that don't inspire them, comfortable with habits that numb them instead of elevate them. But you can't evolve if you're only doing what's easy. Growth lives in resistance, purpose lives in the unknown. Success is born in discomfort. You have to be willing to outgrow your comfort zone if you want to stop wasting your time. Every time you choose ease over effort, you're choosing to pause your progress. But life isn't going to wait for you to get uncomfortable. Time moves forward with or without your courage. And one day you'll either be grateful you took the leap or regret you didn't. Don't let comfort convince you to settle for less than you're capable of. You weren't born to be average. You were born to rise, and rising always requires a little discomfort. Distractions don't always look like danger. Sometimes they look like entertainment, like comfort, like people who seem harmless, but they're silent thieves. They don't storm in and take everything at once. They take your attention one scroll at a time, your focus one notification at a time, your ambition one lazy day at a time. And the scariest part, you don't even notice it happening. You laugh, you pass time, you tell yourself you deserve a break, and suddenly days turn into months and you're still in the same place. The world is designed to distract you. There's always noise, always drama, always something trending that begs for your energy. But not everything that demands your time deserves it. Not everything that entertains you elevates you. You have to learn to say no to good things so you can say yes to the right things. You have to ask yourself, is this helping me grow or is it just helping me waste time? When you give your attention to the wrong things, you block your own blessings, you delay your own rise. You must become fierce about protecting your focus because the more distracted you are, the easier it is to forget your purpose. And you weren't born to live distracted. You were born to build, to create, to lead, to leave a mark. But first, you have to stop letting small things steal big pieces of your life. You have to understand something deeply. Time is not just something that ticks away on a clock. It's the most valuable thing you own. It's more precious than money, than fame, than validation. You can lose all of that and get it back, but time, once it's gone forever. And the crazy part is, we spend it so carelessly. We give our minutes, our hours, our days away like they're endless. We waste it on overthinking, on pleasing people who don't even see us, on fears that only exist in our imagination. We scroll through other people's lives while ignoring the beauty of our own. What would change if you treated every moment like it mattered? If you protected your time the way you protect your deepest secrets? If you stopped letting energy drainers, gossip, or fear steal your focus, your life would transform. Because the life you want, the confidence, the freedom, the purpose, it's already possible, but it's hiding behind the time you're wasting, behind the habits that feel comfortable but are quietly killing your potential. You don't need more hours in the day. You need to realize the value of the hours you already have, because how you spend your time is how you spend your life. So stop giving it away so freely. Start choosing like your future depends on it, because it does. Every second you spend doubting yourself, scrolling through meaningless opinions, or waiting for someone to validate your worth, that is time you will never get back. Life isn't a rehearsal. This moment, right now, is all you have. And if you don't guard it fiercely, someone or something else will steal it from you without even asking.